to On the Record. I'm your host, Jamal Raheem, aka the Bonnet God. Now, for those who are new to this, On the Record, the show where I go local record stores. I get CDs, DVDs, vinyls, magazines sometimes, comic books sometimes. Really what they got, I take you with me, and I explain what I got. Simple concept. Now, in this episode, I went to Rasputin Music in Campbell, California. Now, I go to Rasputin for CDs and DVDs. They got an amazing collection of CDs and DVDs. Sometimes I go to their vinyl section because, I would be doing disservice if I didn't just look. But I go there strictly for the CDs and DVDs. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. All right, I'm going to start with the DVDs. First DVD, Finding Nemo. Now, this movie I literally got because it reminds me of my childhood. This is the collector's edition. I don't know what's the difference between this and the regular edition. But this just reminds me of my childhood. I want to own a lot of these type of movies, like the Pixar movies, because I think Pixar does it right. But I literally got this because it reminded me of my childhood. Ellen DeGeneres did a great job as Dory. I know she's in the news for all the wrong reasons, but she did a great job as Dory in that movie. Next movie, Shrek. Eddie Murphy. That's all we gonna say. Eddie Murphy. Well, I'm gonna say a lot more. But Eddie Murphy did his thing. Mike Myers did his thing. Cameron Diaz did her thing. All of them embodied the role that they were in. But in particular, Eddie Murphy as Donkey did his thing. I love Shrek, you know what I'm saying? I think this movie is hilarious. Every time I watch it, I laugh at Donkey. I laugh at some of the stuff that Shrek says. I just think it's a great movie. And I think it's one of the movies that every kid should see. Now, some of the jokes, I don't know if, you can get away with because some of them are a little like adult themed. But it's still a good movie. Next movie, Fun with Dick and Jane. You got Jim Carrey. You got Tia Leone. Two actors who I think don't get the credit as actors. Now, this movie has them doing whatever it takes to get some money. They're a couple that's down on their luck, and they just gonna do what it takes to make it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's funny. I think it has its moments. It's not one of the movies that you're just gonna laugh at every scene. But this is a good movie. It's a good time. If you're trying to just have a little date, put it on and chill with your girl or your dude or your partner, this is a good movie for that. Especially if you're a fan of Jim Carrey or Tia Leone. And the last movie that I got is The Breakup, Jennifer Aniston, Vince Vaughn. Now, in The Breakup, I think of the scene when he's talking about her sister taking a lot of dick.
Don't start with the family stuff. Like, your family's so perfect, your brother's a pervert.
Don't talk to me about the sexual habits of family members. What about your sister?
My sister's been through a lot.
Of dick?
Don't know why I say dick like that, but I just said it again like that. Don't know why. But I really enjoy the movie because it's not one of those movies where like they break up, they get back together, live happily ever after. It's like they break up because they weren't a good fit. They improve in their life and then they see each other at the end. And that's more real than like a lot of these movies like The Notebook and stuff like that. Like they broke up, they weren't working, they tried to make it work, it didn't work, they moved. And that's really what be happening in relationships. So, The Breakup, Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Aniston. All right, now we're going to get into some of these CDs that I got. First CD, T.I. vs. Tip. Now, this CD has some hits on it. Now, first, let me say I'm not the biggest T.I. fan. I think his catalog is a little overrated. That being said, I'm not going to act like he's just a whack rapper, because he's not. Like, I like a lot of his songs, actually. But he's just not the king of the South. Scarface is alive. Andre 3000 is alive. Big Boy's alive. Like, he's just not the king, in my opinion. But this album has some bangers, Watch What You Say to Me with Jay-Z's on here. Big Things Poppin's on here, you know what I'm saying? You Got Hurt, Put 'Em in the Dirt is on here. I love that song. Hurt, Put 'Em in the Dirt. Like, this album, I don't think it got the respect that it did, and it was a high-selling album. But, like, This is probably in his catalog, because I've listened to his whole catalog. This might be number 2. behind King. Like, I put this before Urban Legend. I put it before a lot of his stuff. This album was good. Like, I like the production on this album. Yeah. Next album that I got, Yo MTV Raps. I honestly got this because I needed something to make myself equal. I didn't get it for any other reason, to be honest. I'm not gonna act like, oh, I went there for Yo MTV Raps. Like, nobody goes there for that. But I grabbed it because I was like, you know what? I need something to even out my purchases because I like having even numbers. I don't know why. But this one has Cream on there by Wu-Tang, Elevators by Outkast, Get Money by Junior Mafia and Biggie. It got some Crossroads on here. Run in the JD mix, which I think is phenomenal. But I ain't gonna act like there's another reason why I got this. But I got a couple of the Yo MTV Raps. I might just start getting all of them. And I think they're bringing MTV Raps back. By the time this comes out, MTV Raps probably would have already premiered. So I'm kind of like excited for that to be back. You know, they took away all the music shows from MTV and BET, which don't make no sense to me. But yeah. And the last thing that I got is Jasmine Sullivan reality show. Now, I'm just gonna talk about this album needs to be on vinyl like yesterday. Like, I got Hotels by Jasmine Sullivan. I don't know what order these episodes are coming out, but I got that album. So if this episode comes out before one of those episodes, I just spoiled something. Oh well. But I want this album on vinyl. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear Let It Burn. Let It Burn. Like, I want to hear that coming out of my speakers on my record player. I want to hear how it knocks. I want to hear them vocals of Jasmine Sullivan on the record player, you know what I'm saying? It got Dumb with Meek Mill on here, you know what I'm saying? This album of hers did not get the love when it came out. I don't think Jasmine Sullivan ever got the love that I think she deserved, if I'm keeping it a bean. But, like, this album is great. Like, I got it for $2.95. That's how I know people are not listening to this album and putting respect that it needs to be put on this album. This might be my favorite album by her, and I love Hotels. Or actually, they 1 and 2. They probably even. Like, let me not get carried away. That album might be better. But this album is fantastic, and she needs to put this on vinyl. People need to put some respect on this album. Like, Let It Burn, that song right there is just fantastic. Fantastic. Shout out to Jasmine Sullivan for always putting out great projects. Shout out to her for showing us that she got them pipes, that she can sing her ass off. Shout out to you guys for watching. This has been On The Record. I've been your boy Jamal Radio Raheem. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. All that stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. If you're watching this on TikTok, comment below, share it, like it. All that stuff boosts my engagement. Y'all know how it be with this app. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.